Happy Halloween, everyone. It's Nightlight 9. If you're watching this video after Halloween, then hopefully you had a good one. In this video, we're going to be going over Iron Giant EX2, and to begin, we're going to take a quick look at the Iron Giant. We're going to note that he is weak to water. He is also vulnerable to physical attack down and physical defense down. Also, we're going to note that he becomes incapacitated for a certain amount of time if his physical defense up buff is removed. So, we will be keeping those in mind, and because we will be trying to lower his physical defense, we will be focusing on a physical attack team. Here's the team, 133,000 combat power. I'm trying to do this as free-to-play friendly as possible, and I'll show you what I mean. So first, we're starting off with Tifa. We're using her primarily because of Somersault. The physical defense decrease is huge. Additionally, we have Breach, which also gives a physical defense debuff. We will be using those to try to get him in the stunned position. We also have D-Brave in order to lower his physical attack so that we can survive his big AoE moves. You'll notice Tifa only has 4,200 HP. She does have quite high physical defense, but if you don't have over 4,000 HP, no matter how much you debuff him, you are likely going to get one shot. Other than that, she's got Water Blow for the water damage because he's weak to water. This equipment I'm using here does not make a difference. I just used the best thing I had for her. Sub-equip, all event items, all stuff that takes no RNG to get. You didn't have to roll for these. This is what I mean by trying to do this guide as free-to-play friendly as possible. Moving over to Aerith, again, even the skin, free-to-play. Her sub-equipment, all free-to-play. For main equipment, I am using Fairy Tail for the Curaga. I'm also using Full Metal Staff here for physical attack decrease, although I think with D-Brave, you could get away without having to use this. It's just kind of nice to be able to have one other way of lowering physical attack, which I will use throughout the battle. But if you stuck D-Brave on her instead, if you had more, got more than one copy, you would be just fine with that. She has some water damage. Other than that, she is good to go. As for Cloud, Cloud's using Mirasame to try to get some physical attack. It is important that you can do enough damage. You can make this fight take a while, but eventually his AoE move, like the third time he uses it, will do over 5,000 damage, even if you have him considerably debuffed to his physical attack. I used Diamond Dust 5 here, but honestly, it doesn't do that much damage. You could use his regular Limit Break, and it'd probably do a little bit better. Other than that, note the sub-item here is free to play, and all of his sub-items here, or sub-weapons, are all free-to-play weapons. So every single sub-weapon on every character is a free-to-play item, an item you could earn in the game, did not have to roll for any of those. We've got his water damage, and the rest is just stats. But try to make sure, like I said, you have at least, I would aim for 4,500 HP plus, 5,000 even better, but make sure that your physical attack is as high as you can get it. And that is the setup. We will be going into the fight. Now this battle does take a little bit of time, so be patient. First thing you're going to want to do is hop over to Tifa and just sit on D-Brave. As soon as you see that physical attack up, go ahead and start jamming D-Brave. I also popped over to Aerith to do Heavenly Spike, just to get him down as quickly as possible. But you have plenty of time to get as many D-Braves in as you can. Just note that its max potency is low. You'll switch your stances, save some ATB with Aerith so that you can immediately cast a Curaga. I'm going to sit here now and wait to do one more Curaga, and then shortly after that I will be starting on Breaches. But first, because damage is important, I'm going to, or survivability, sorry, is important, I'm going to hit him with one D-Brave here, and then I'm going to immediately start on the Breaches. And because Breach has a potency of low, every Breach you cast will take down one arrow. So we know that one more Breach is going to send him into Topple. That is the name of the stun. So there we go. Now we can do as much DPS as we can while this lasts. I have Somersault available as well. I'm just waiting to try to time that with Shiva, just to be able to do a little bit more damage. However, you're going to see that Shiva's damage is beyond disappointing here. 5,200. Like I said, you probably would be better off just using Cloud's regular limit break. Here, I'm going to go ahead and cast Healing Wind. Reason being, I want to get in as much damage as possible, and there's really no reason to be saving it at this point. We've got a while before he's going to be doing any other big AoE moves, so it's better to just be able to use our ATB bar a little bit more efficiently. Now when he goes into this Sigil Break mode, this is a good time to start using those breaches and knocking down that shield. You've got plenty of time to do this, so just kind of start getting them down. One of the things is, it seems that you cannot actually double stun him during this interrupt, so instead we're kind of paying it forward here by using all these breaches to knock this down, because the first thing he's going to do when he comes out of the stun is he's going to cast Adrenaline here and physical attack up. So we knocked him down immediately because he had to overcome our debuff already. So he's stunned. We're maximizing his defense down, using Whiteout again for average damage at best, and then we're going right back into debuff. A damage. Aerith will automatically cast the debuff. The AI in this game loves to prioritize debuff over damage, so if you're having any damage issues, definitely make sure you manually control whichever character you want to be prioritizing damage dealing abilities rather than debuffs. Alright, here we Healing Wind just to make sure we're at full, because I noticed we were low, and Grand Sword is coming up. If we're keeping count, this is the second time that he has used this ability, so we know here I have to kill him before he gets Grand Sword off a third time. If you have higher than, say 5,500 HP, maybe you can survive a third time, but with this team using only free-to-play items, I needed to get in as much damage as possible, so this is what I'm going for. Constantly going to try to make sure that I keep him as debuffed as possible, one for survivability and then also for damage. Here he's going to do the short fuse move, just keep everybody topped up. They don't have to be full, but make sure that they can survive a couple of hits while you're trying to get all that damage in. Alright, and we use Shiva one last time. And we're kind of in the home stretch here. We just need to keep damaging him. And if he starts to cast Grand Sword again, we know that our time is ticking. Because, like I said, I have tried it multiple times to see how long the fight could go before he'll just end it. And it turns out Grand Sword number 3 for me was the time that it's not going to work anymore. Here, I'm using the breaches because I do think that I can get in more physical damage if I lower it a little bit. But I also noticed that I am starting to run out of time because Grand Sword had just started. So we use the Somersault to knock him down just a little bit more. Aerith Healing Wind so that she can actually get in on the damage in a moment also. And here we go. And what you're going to notice, because I see this bar filling up and the damage just isn't coming, so I'm going to jump over to Aerith in just a second here, and I'm going to start jamming Watera because I noticed she had a pretty high bar, and I really just wanted to get him down before he cast that. So I think we had probably another 10 seconds there, but we beat the run, and that is the fight. So, if this helped you beat Iron Giant EX2, subscribe to my channel, or give the video a like. Let me know what you thought. Otherwise, thanks for watching.